So let's get started. So I want you to just draw out a pyramid, and I just want that pyramid to have four areas. I know Maslow's hierarchy has more than four, and we're not really, adapting Maslow to this. I just want to support you in thinking about your goals and integrating your spiritual life into your material life so you can live fully, authentically, spiritually while being supported. So I just want you to draw four lines across that pyramid, and the bottom one is your physical needs. The second one is your relationship needs. The third one is self-actualization, or being the best you of your mind and body that you can be. Things like your habits, things like who you talk to, what you read, listen to, watch, all the things that affect your subconscious. The things that you do in this world that affect your ego. And then above that is your realm of spirituality, your realm of self-transcendence, transcending the ego and integrating soul, embodying spirit, being and re-becoming your highest self. Okay, so if you need some extra time, go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then unpause when you're ready. So in each of these quadrants, I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 100. And do the intuitive rating first on the right side of the pyramid, just the first number that comes to mind, what your intuition says. So if it's 30, if it's 80, whatever number it is, really quick, write down those four numbers. Now that you've done that, I want you to cover that up if you can. If you can't, either try to ignore it or hide it from yourself, or just copy and paste the list and delete those numbers if you're using a linear note app instead of a drawing one. And now use your left brain and really think for a minute, how is your, just say, physical fitness, physical vitality, and strength? Just in those three metrics, score yourself from 1 to 100. So even if you feel great right now and you rated yourself high, think about your exercise, your diet, your energy levels, any chronic illnesses that might affect your life on a day-to-day basis, and just really think based on who you want to be, based on your goals, your ideal self, whether that's being a gymnast or running a marathon or just having a great workout every day or every other day, anything that doing that thing for your manifestation list or vision board would be an exemplary example of you at your best self. That's 100. So compared to where you are in that timeline, score yourself with your left brain, really thinking about it, the work you need to do, and write that number on the bottom foundation. Now, anything that you might think of as a to-do list, you can take a second and journal if you want to do that, but we just want to map this out for a bigger picture illustration. And if you'd like one-on-one support with anything that has come up so far or already, just please reach out to me from magicalgoldenage.com on contact, or on facebook.com/davidmagicsolomon. Send me a direct message. I'm putting this video in a few places. Again, if anything came up, any emotions, send them into our beautiful amethyst here, and just project any of that emotional energy out. Any thoughts, feelings, blame, guilt, shame, lack of worthiness, deservedness, whatever that comes up, just send it in here. I just focus on seeing those emotions as energy, another little practice for you, and send the energy out from wherever you feel it into your body, into this crystal, psychically through this digital medium. Space and time are holographic. It doesn't matter if you watch this video years after it's been published. You can send it. This is, I am talking to you, directly to you right now, psychically through this awesome digital medium we have here. So this is for you. This is why you're watching this. This is why you're drawn to this. Okay, send out any little bits that you have. If you want to send out more, you can take a screenshot and open up that screenshot, but I'm just going to put it down. So the next item on the list is your connection, your relationships. So I know this is just first and second chakra, and I have a lot of other videos for other chakras, but just to give you an idea so you can exert your own initiative if you really want this for the other chakras in the system, think about the relationships in your life. And what has made you feel the best you've ever felt? Of course, and ideally in enlightenment and spirituality, in all the systems we have out there, you want your joy to be completely intrinsic and just come from yourself, or source, or goddess, or God, or something non-physical, so that even in the worst case scenario, you're captured, imprisoned, and solitary confinement, being tortured, your joy is independent, right? And if you can imagine that goal being achieved, which is honestly unlikely for most of us in this lifetime, if not extremely unlikely, think about all the things that happen during the day. And if you feel you need another person to do a certain thing or say a certain thing, and your joy is dependent on that, then really consider, maybe your joy is extrinsic in that area. And you can surrender that desire, you can work on that relationship, you can work on any attachments or relational stuff you have in your own system. But just consider what you are now, how you are now, who you are now, as you're working on those practices to have independent joy, to have just sustained enlightenment, however you get there, whether it's stuff that I teach or you learn on finderscourse.com or many of the other excellent sources out there. And I by no means claim to be a world authority in the stuff. Again, like you, I'm a fellow student, just sharing what I've learned in over 22 years in this life of study and practice, and all the work of connecting with divine beings and physical mentors, and dozens of alive physical and body teachers, and many other teachers psychically and spiritually. Like I have on this wall here, I have a lot of people, behind this tapestry and elsewhere in the studio, just beings I create with and just connect with psychically, like Napoleon Hill taught in Think and Grow Rich. So for your connections level, how are your relationships? What would you like out of your relationships? Would you like, thinking of 100 of your ideal, your logical, organized brain, do your relationships make you laugh every day? Do they make you feel good? Do they involve some type of physical touch, any type of physical touch that feels good, healthy, nourishing, and right for you? Again, any judgments or thoughts or whatever about what you have or want or don't have, throw them all in here. We're throwing all that stuff out the window as long as it's not something that involves harm to another person or subverting their will. Anything that you're thinking of, I guess we'll have to also add that abides with local laws. Just that's just a big umbrella term. Anything that you want to have in there, just accept that as that's what you would like for your ideal 100% self and connection, and that's your 100. And so right now, just being really logical and honest with yourself, how you spend your time in your day and your week, give yourself a score. And any score is completely fine. 0 is fine. I've been there, right? 20 is fine. 40 is fine. 80 is great, but you want to I'm going to put this down, so pause and do your energy work for your healing if you need to.